Hey everyone, today I'm going to demo and review for you 3 cymbals from Zildjian, all 18 inches. I got a medium thin a K custom session, and a Kerope. So before I get to playing on the cymbals, I do want to describe them a little bit for you. Some of this is from Zildjian's website directly. Some of this is just my observations. First up, the A cymbal. Like I said, this is a medium thin weight. It's a traditional finish. Like a lot of the A's, it's got a bright sound, a lot of definition, a lot of sustain. For the K, this is going to be a darker cymbal. This is a thin weight, so it's not quite as heavy as this guy. Also a traditional finish like this, but this also has some hammering going on. The Kerope is actually a crash ride, I believe, technically. This is the thinnest of the bunch. I think this is considered between paper thin to thin. It also has some hammering going on, and the finish on this one is actually very unique. It's made to look like the cymbals that were made back in the 1950s and 60s. So that's generally what's going on there. So this one's bright, this one's darker, it's a lower pitch. This one is very dark. I think this is the lowest pitch of the 3, but we'll check that out in a minute. The one last thing to note is that on the bell size, you'll see that both the A and the K custom session have pretty good sized bells, but the Kerope has a very tiny little bell there. So I'm gonna play on these now. I'm gonna start off with mallets, just doing strikes and then some rolls. I'll hit on the top part of the cymbal at some different points and then do some choking. And then I'll just play some grooves with the cymbals incorporated. So my thoughts on the cymbals is that, I really like A's generally, so I kind of like this A as well. So that shouldn't be too surprising. I like a lot of overtones in my cymbals, and this A is no exception on overtones. Custom session is actually pretty good too. It's definitely darker. The Kerope, is definitely kind of a specialty sort of sound. This one is a lot, I would almost say it's a lot trashier than these other two. I would also say that because the weight is so thin, it might be a little easy for it to kind of get away from you if you're playing rock, like hard rock or heavy metal. So what's your go-to cymbals? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe.